Ever since I can remember, Silver the Hedgehog has been treated like crap. I remember back in 2011, I would go to YouTube to watch Sonic Paradox videos, voiceovers, and funny animations, and every single time Silver was mentioned, he was basically made fun of in one way or another.
Silver!
What? But that's impossible!
Oh, Silver, I wish it was impossible.
No way!
Yes, way, Silver. Now, viewer, you might be thinking to yourself, nobody actually hates Silver, or it's not really that bad. Well, may I present to you just some of the stuff that I found after like maybe 1 hour of searching.
Silver is slow. Fucking slower than erosion itself.
This game is really bad. He's so pathetic.
His gameplay was absolute ass.
How about this? Fucking dickwad!
I hate you. I hate you so much.
Can we be friends?
No, I don't like you very much. You're weird.
Aww.
Silver seems very stupid.
Fuck you, Silver.
I'd like to be in the friend zone. I'd like friends.
Fuck you, Silver.
I see it.
I see it. I see it.
I see it.
Yeah, and that's the most tame, most PG-friendly, most bland stuff there is out there. Maybe now it's less bad, but I can assure you it was 100 times worse 10 years ago. Maybe today someone will look at this clip of Silver doing gymnastics and be like, oh, that's cute. A bit weird, but whatever. Back then, it would have been something like, oh my god, look at this nerd, bro, swinging sticks around like it's his last day on the planet. The fuck? Get this lame ass character out of my sight. Where's my Sonic Adventure 3? But really, Silver used to get trashed to the ground. I never understood the hate for him. And maybe it's because, well, I never played Sonic 06. And by now, those of you who are OGs are like, oh, well, that makes sense. You should have said that from the start. And maybe you're right. Maybe I like him because I never had to experience facing him as Sonic in the boss battle. Or that I never had to deal with him being so slow in a game. Or that I didn't have to deal with the cringe that some other people had to live through of Sega forcing him to try to be as good as Sonic or Shadow. Maybe I like him because I wasn't that kid in 2006 who got frustrated that they couldn't get past the desert ball puzzle and then just ended up leaving the Sonic franchise completely because of him. That wasn't my reality. Maybe that was what you felt. Maybe your experience was different. Or maybe someone you knew had a bad experience with him and just decided to leave. But hey, I also left Sonic completely in 2006, and it was also because of Sonic 06, but not necessarily for the reasons you might think. You see, in 2005, I had just finished with Sonic Heroes on the PlayStation 2, and somehow found out that Sonic 06 was going to be released. Now, this is prior to YouTube, mind you, so I don't even know where I was getting the info from. Maybe some forum or some magazine, remember those? Regardless, I didn't have a PS3, and my parents were definitely not getting me one. So all I could do was just watch by the sidelines, and since I never actually got to play the game, Sonic kinda died out for me from there on out. I don't remember much about that specific moment in time, but I do remember seeing renders of the Hedgehog, and they looked so amazing, so awesome. I actually thought Silver was a female at first because I didn't have a voice to associate him with. I remember I would take a bus to an internet cafe just so that I could look at images of the Hedgehog on Google, and Silver was just so mysterious to me. He looked so different, but at the same time just fit so well with Sonic and Shadow. I just liked him because of the way he looked, not ever getting to know anything about him till years later. This comment I found on a YouTube video perfectly describes my connection with Silver. Lol, when I was a kid, I thought Silver was the coolest character of Sonic, but I never knew his personality or even where he appeared, who he was, etc. Not even in this moment. I just think he's cool because of his design. And then someone else replies, same. Also, his theme was a banger. This is exactly the way I felt. This is exactly me. I saw some pictures, thought he looked awesome, don't know anything about him. 7 years later, hear the 2013 remix of Dreams of an Absolution. Had that song on repeat for like a month. Still don't know anything about Silver. Still like him, still haven't played 06. But yeah, Silver, in my eyes, completed the trifecta of the Hedgehogs. The scissor to the rock, paper, scissors, the C to the ABC, the third of the three musketeers. We had a past, we had the present, and now we had the future. To me, he closed the open loop. He appeared to be, from the very start, a pretty big deal. And as much as people shit on him and hate him, I think he ended up being pretty important. So much so that there's not actually ever been a real other Hedgehog since. Or am I wrong? Sure, there have been new characters like Surge the Tenrec from the comic, Infinite the Jackal, and some others like the Wolf, the Lemur, the Sheep. It's kind of weird, but not hedgehogs per se, not hedgehogs that are mainstay, right? And it's been almost 20 years. Now, I came back to Sonic in 2024. Yes, That's 18 years of not being in touch with the blue blur. Vaguely seeing some stuff on general media like, you know, pictures of the Werehog back in the day, the Uganda Knuckles meme, Ugly Sonic in 2019, and coming back after so long, I had some catching up to do, of course. Mainly getting up to date with the music, which kept Sonic with me even though I wasn't involved with the franchise anymore, and boy did I miss some freaking awesome tracks, my god. But some things appeared at first to be exactly the same as I'd left them in the early 2010s, specifically around Silver. I saw that while there appeared to be a bit more love for him overall, I mean, he's now almost 20 years old, which is crazy, there was still a lot of hate for him. People who still can't stand the sight of him and flat out don't like him at all. But I think that recently some things might have changed a bit. In late August 2025, a user by the name CornArt3 on Twitter posted this little piece of art that they made titled Silver's Future. And out of nowhere, a ton of fans just started building stuff. This was something I'd never expect to see. Remember, even just a few years ago, Silver was probably the #1 most hated character. So this was completely out of left field. I was not expecting to see anything even similar to this. But now, in response to that one tweet, people just went wild. They started making music, they started coming up with concept art, they started rendering levels, coming up with background lore, story arcs, and tons more. There's even a Discord channel of people actively working on the game for him right now, actively looking for developers, writers, artists, composers, and essentially started building out what they wanted to see, a little piece of the internet just for Silver. Heck, even I was like, dude, this is crazy, I need to support my boy somehow. So I put my 2 cents in and I did something special for him too. So you know how Sega owns SonicTheHedgehog.com, right? Well, I saw that someone used to own SilverTheHedgehog.com in 2022 to shill a crypto scam. Man, the injustice for Silver just runs so deep. But yeah, they had tossed it aside. Nobody wanted it, so I'm like, you know, fuck this. Hand that shit over. And I mixed sugar, spice, and everything nice, and wham! Silver now has an awesome website. So now Sega owns SonicTheHedgehog.com, someone who's probably not a fan owns ShadowTheHedgehog.com, and I own SilverTheHedgehog.com. You can go check out that site right now if you want, it's live, and as opposed to previous owners, I actually care about Silver, and so it's gonna be around for a while. So that's just my 2 cents, and this is what I love about the Sonic community, and the reason I'm so happy to be back and so sad that I ever left in the first place. People here are creative and passionate as fuck. I've been part of communities where I've wanted to build things, and everyone gave me 100 reasons why it probably won't work. Yes, I know it probably won't work, Bob. My question is, what would it look like if it were to work? I would ask for help, not money, mind you, just ideas, a different perspective, and I'd get instantly rejected. Creativity gets taken behind the barn, it gets shot and buried 6 feet under. But in Sonic fans, we don't ask questions, we build what we want to see. You know, Sonic 06 could be better, and some dude just goes and does it. You know, we could add Silver to Sonic Heroes, and boom, Silver's in Sonic Heroes as a mod. Hey, we should have more 2D Sonics, boom, Sonic Mania. Hey, movie Sonic looks terrible, and boom, they changed it, and now we're heading for a 4th movie thanks to that. Hey, I like Surge Tenric, I should get someone to voice her or put it in a game just for fun. And boom, Surge mod in the Shadow game. And this goes on and on and on. And Silver the Hedgehog, by the way, he's going to be in the movies. I mean, it's going to happen. He's the 3rd Hedgehog. There's not been another one since. It's been 20 years. He's the most logical step. Sadly, I think we'll have to wait for movie 5 though, which means we won't be able to have him until 2029 or something. But you know I'm going to be screaming my ass off when I see him. Silver and Blaze in the end credit scene for movie 4, anyone? My point is, the future looks bright for Silver. No pun intended. It's time. It just is. So it's with that I'm gonna wrap up this video. This is just a bit of a rant I wanted to make. I'm super excited for Silver, and yeah, if you're watching this video, then obviously you like Silver the Hedgehog, and if you do, let me know what your thoughts are on Silver. Was your experience the same as mine? Is Silver's problem the fact that he appeared in 06, or is it that he's actually really bad? Do you think that he'll be in the movies, or do you think that will never happen? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Also, if you want to support your favorite white hedgehog, head over to the Discord. We have a ton of people there, and who knows, maybe you can contribute to the game that we are all building together. This is crazy. Anyways, all the best, and I'll see you around.